늑대폼으로 변했어. 유리 녀석! 유리 인형 주제! 늑대인간 폼은 늑대가 아니었어? 진정한 늑대 폼이 있었군요. 간만에 짐승으로 변했었군. 그래도 옷은 곱게 벗어났네.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6.
어디서 총질이야?
I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me,
방금 봤을
I thought
텐데.
I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
그렇지.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Bullshit. I already talked to Georgie. I know you ordered their deaths.
Mr. Porgy is mistaken, I assure you. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned?
정의.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie.
결과적으로 너잖아.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it.
안녕하세요.
If you don't mind. What do you say?
이 자식.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
맞아. 넌 사형감이야. 어쨌든 명령을 내렸어. 오해를 하건 안 하건. 네 오해를 하게 말했으니까 잘못한 거야.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
얘는 또 어디서 나온 거야?
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place. And after what happened with Mary...
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them, but
실행
you
너무
made the
조직지 마.
call.
Do I have to
명령
explain
네가
the
내렸어.
situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead.
So you see, the culprit has been punished.
게 아니잖아.
There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
맞아.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you did.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
뭐 듣는 거야? 들어줄 수도 있죠.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Give me a break. You're so full of shit.
Well, I thought we could discuss this like civilized people, but apparently
For
that isn't going
fuck's
to
sake.
happen.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Ligby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the
폭력배들
predicament they put
쫙쫙
you in.
데리고
They
있었으면서
get a
협조적이긴
bit carried away
무협조적이야.
sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right.
그렇죠.
They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
그리고 고리를 챙겼겠지.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I
불법이었잖아.
helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
난 착했어. 나는 착했다고.
you were gonna burn her
그러니까.
tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
논점에서 벗어났어.
you know why I
얘
asked
쟤랑
him to destroy
상관없는
your
일이야
tree.
그건.
You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help. And he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
그렇죠. 돈과 복종이죠.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
라우지 탄광에서 노동 교화형을 선고하겠다.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie killed him.
Make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
You're the one on trial here.
맞아,
Don't try
화제를
to turn
돌리려고
this
하지
around
마.
on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want a scapegoat for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
Right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
아 이거 뭐야?
I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the
폭력을
verge
썼던
of
거는
eviction?
어디까지나 내 몸을 지키기 위해서였고
Who will
법 집행을
dare challenge their
위해서였는데
brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens?
말도 안
Who will
되는
protect you from the
이야기를
big
하고 있어.
bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
맞아.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
어서 해봐.
Of course. Go right ahead.
넌 증인이니까.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you
비비안은
freed from the
너희들이
ribbons.
자유로워지기를 원했어
Your own life.
라고 말해주죠. 원래
I'm sorry,
죄책감 때문에 죽은 거긴
I
한데
don't think
Nerissa. My
그
name is
여자애 한 명 있어 짧은
Nerissa.
머리
아, 걔.
it's going to
걔가
He
원본이야
ordered
이
them
리본의
dead.
원본
This fucker.
얘는
Faith and
복제한
Lily.
That's a
거라서 걔가
lie.
I was in the
없어진
goddamn
거.
room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
여기서 한마디
He's
거들어줘야죠.
gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
와
So
끝까지
quick to latch onto whatever will keep
부지런하네.
your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
무슨 애
What? You take 2 people's lives away and now you want
30%가
mercy?
넘는
You know we can't
그
let you
은혜?
go free after this.
Wait!
What?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done then.
Now for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
그럼 누구 손에
We can
기름을 쳐?
imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
난 솔직히
How can we be sure he
받아놓은
won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit
So we
already?
get
It's
rid of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is
we...
going nowhere.
Someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
미국은 원래
What about a
What
vote?
do you
투표가
think this
맞죠.
is?
Everyone,
대심원
calm down.
판정으로
Should have a
저거를
vote. Make
결정하니까
it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
아 왜 갑자기 나한테 그래?
He's the only official representative, really.
배심원이
He should be the
판단해야지
judge.
미국 법은
That
그렇다고
makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are
주인공을
you
또
sure?
넘겨.
This isn't how
It's
it's...
what
원래
the
이런 거
people
뭐.
want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's
그냥
your
판사가
call.
아니라 나는
Snow.
Just
그냥
do what you
보안관이라고.
think is right.
나한테 책임을 떠넘기냐 주인공은.
Yes, Sheriff.
머리를 뽑는다.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
어떡하지?
He has to
난 솔직히
die.
감금한다고
Just fucking get rid of him.
더 짜증날 것 같긴
Not
한데
this way.
뭐야 이 자식 이 자식
근데 던져주는 저거야.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
어떡할까?
Finish it,
이거
Sheriff.
어떻게 해야 돼?
Please, we can still.
End it already.
너무 모르겠어 뭘 해야 될지 점점점 했는데 왜 버려? 난 점점점 했다고.
던져버리네 그냥.
우린 투표를 했어야 돼.
And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
아 던져주면 책에서 없어지는구나. 아예.
아
아예 존재하지 않는 사람이 되는 거고. 난
그냥 배심원단에 투표를 원했는데 살림호화 아파트 다음날.
아 점프점은 기본으로 설정된 기본 설정 간다고?
무조건 기본 설정으로 가는구나. 그럼 그게 진정한 스토리네 어떻게 보면.
Hey, Sheriff.
정해놓은 스토리니까. 뭐야?
You gonna come see the truck
Ah.
off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay.
농장으로 간다고?
Great.
변신 마법 못 사는 사람들. 좀 변신 마법의 단가를 내리면 되지 않아? 얘네들이 지원을 해서 좀 약간 불법 마법사 같은 애들 다 뽑아가지고 그냥 마법사 하고.
Oh,
정글
Mr.
처리가 너무
Wolf,
안 좋아요.
Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
일은 얘가 다 해결했는데.
그러니까
완전 찬밥이야.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
그냥 똑똑한 말만 안 하면 솔직히 그냥 애완돼지인가? 라고 생각하지 않을까요?
그러니까
쟤는 완전 돼지처럼 생겨서 사실 개구리는 안 될 것 같긴 한데 쟤는 괜찮을 것 같은데. 뭐야 내가 돈 줬잖아.
뭐야 개구리 이 녀석.
돈 어디다 썼어?
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like
내가
5
돈을
minutes.
줬거든.
Carry me for
변신
fuck's
마법
sake. I
사라고.
don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
개구리
야
안 되는.
개구리는 비 오는 날 좋아하잖아.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
도왔지.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want
돈이
to
있다고
hear it.
말했는데 내 말 전혀 듣지 않았다고? 아 백설도 진짜.
Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
더빙 포기해요. 너무 말이
Willow beetle. That's a
중간에
good one.
튀어나와서.
They're cool.
제가 앞에 앞
When they're
시간이 없기
little,
때문에
they have these
더빙
pouches
하기가 좀 애매해.
that squirt juice at you if you touch
앞에
them.
제가 거의 1시간 가까이
Sure
걸렸어.
she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live
원작에도
there,
너무 힘들어요.
and they eat
이게 말이
people in
그냥
their sleep
되게 막
sometimes.
이렇게 물려서 나오는
Do
거라서.
we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
미안하다밖에 할 말이 없어.
I'm sorry, TJ. But look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
백설이 진짜
Even in
너무한다.
daytime?
Yeah.
돈도
Don't have to worry
있는데.
about the monkey seeing you.
워킹데드 안 했어요.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Bye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? How should I know?
이중대 때 쫄어 백설도. 콜린은 왜 안 보내?
그러니까.
Saying goodbye?
내리사도.
내 의사네요.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
미분을 푸는 건 안 되겠죠?
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
It's okay. Just calm down.
뭐 때문에 이렇게
I
흥분하는
freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
얘가 내부 고발자야?
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man.
그런데
then-
죽인 거구만.
Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason.
결국 죽이라고 한
And while the
거네.
two of us
결국 정보기
were
때문에.
sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait. So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you
I
said...
know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
아니, 어떻게 하세요?
I guess what's done is done.
원래
I
이렇게만
know
하면
he
안 될
ordered
것
their
같긴
deaths.
하는데.
I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
얘가 둔 거구만.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not
맞아.
enough for
다 둘러
her or
막 소리 너무
anyone.
꽉 막혔어.
I just can't
꽉
win with
막혔어요.
these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby.
After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
그래 다 내 덕분이긴 해.
When no one else would. You knew when to
죽을
show
뻔도 몇
mercy,
번 하고.
and you brought justice to this town. Finally, because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man,
Biro
it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
또 나한테 빠졌구만.
그러니까.
늑대의 매력에 빠졌어.
빠졌네.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
뭐지?
뒤쪽인가?
I'll
뭔가
see you.
있는데?
Wolf.
저거 원래 처음에 페이스가 한 말이잖아.
그러니까 페이스가 한 말인데 저거.
근데 그 전에 보면은 타임 바꿔달라는 게 있긴 있어. 페이스랑 누구지? 그 내리사랑.
내리사? 아 타임을 시간 바꿔달라는 거?
잘 못 나간다고. 잘못 죽은 거 아니야? 제가 사실 내리사가 아니고 뭐 얼굴을 바꿨다든지 마법으로.
그럴 수도 있지. 딴 사람일 수도 있어.
재밌네. 이런 식으로 나중에 특별 결과가 나오는구나. 미녀에 대해서 거짓말을 했습니다.
그러네요.
야수에게 거짓말을 하겠다고 약속했습니다. 뭐
사망.
끝났네요. 그래서 엔딩 해석이 죽은 게 인어공주고 살아있는 게 페이스라는 게 대세다.
페이스가
그러니까 인어공주가 얼굴을 바꾸고 갔었는데 모르고 죽은 거지.
그러네.
재밌었다. 재밌네요.
명작은 명작이네요.
빈님이 워드에 더빙하면 재밌을 것 같긴 한데 라고 하셨는데 사실 워드는 너무 오래돼서
그렇지.
지금 뭐 빈님은 나가셔서 못 듣겠지만
한참 된 게임이라서
워드는 안 하더라도 뭐 한다면 배트맨이랑
그렇지.
프롬 더 보더랜드겠죠.
보더랜드 가장 그래도 최신 거.
지금 프롬 더 보더랜드는 지금 만들어지고 있으니까
그렇지.
한다면은 그거 완성되면은 바로 프롬 더 보더랜드는 아마 하게 되겠죠.
그러니까
에피소드 1서부터. 그리고 뭐 배트맨도 나오면 다 나오고 뭐
한글
패치가 나오면
할 수도 있죠.
또 워낙 배트맨 좋아하기도 하고 한번 해보는 것도 나쁘지 않죠. 얘 같은 경우는 이제 뭐 대충 뒷배경도 다 알 테니까.
그렇지. 배경 다 알고 있으니까.
배트맨도 지금 한글화 진행 중이다.
그럼 하면 나중에 나오면 하면 괜찮아.
이 에피소드 한 개씩 나와서 한 개씩 깨갈 수도 있긴 있는데
그럴 수도 있긴 한데
그냥 다 나온 다음에 한꺼번에 하는 게 낫겠죠?
배트맨 한글이 더 빨리 나올지도.
그럴 수도 있겠다. 어쨌든 그 두 개는 웬만하면 하고 싶기는 해요.
네, 맞아요. 어쨌든
보더랜드는 어쨌든 있으니까 분명히 할 거고 한글화 다 패치 완료되면은. 그리고 내일은 아마 저거 할 거예요. 스타바운드가 지금 한글화가 저기 뭐지? 청정만행에 떴더라고요.
네.
근데 뭐 50%라고는 하는데
그래도 어느 정도 그래도
들어가 보니까 나쁘지 않더라고요. 그래서 아마 내일은 스타바운드 한글판을 해보지 않을까. 역시 재밌네요.
이야기는 계속됩니다.
이거는 2 안 나오나?
구입하세요.
그래픽 노블을 구입하세요.
책 사라고?